It was about 3 years ago when some people came to me and said, could you help with these people returning from war? PTSD victims, they were called. And I say PTSI because it's post-traumatic stress injury, not post-traumatic stress disorder. Disorder means some kind of sickness, probably incurable, as I read it in the dictionary. It's an injury. They are injured by war. And we started these PTSD clinics, and it's been critically wonderful for me. I mean, it's been so heartening to help these people. I believe that it'll soon become common knowledge with the psychiatrists and the psychologists of the world that horses have a role to play here. I sincerely believe that causing a horse to trust you, a flight animal, is therapeutic more than any human being can be sitting on a couch somewhere. It's clearly obvious. Join up is that moment when the horse chooses to be with you instead of away from you. And our troopers know that. They see it, they feel it. And subliminally, even if they haven't touched a horse before, and most of them haven't, they understand it. It's working for them, and we need to reach out and show the world that when you get it right within yourself, the horses will tell you. And they won't tell you obliquely, they will tell you directly. And when you're wrong, they will tell you that. The troopers understand that, and they are responding to it. It is a fantastic experience. And I would like the world to know that while I went into this thinking that I could help troopers, I'm coming out of this knowing that these troopers have helped me. And not only me, but their comrades. It's the other people that are gaining from this, not necessarily just the troopers, but they're showing us what works, just like my horses have done for most of my life. You could call this walking on air time for me. It is incredible what I just heard. Now I'm going to share it with you. Heroes coming back with psychological damage that's unbelievable. Alicia, hoodie on, dark glasses, you couldn't go near her. A quaking bit of humanity. She's been to three-day clinics, and we just had an announcement from her. And you're going to hear that announcement now. Walking on air. Alicia Watkins was there to say, you want to know about the 3 days? I'll tell you about the first 2 hours. Remember that? Walk me through the 3 days. What's this meant to you?
So I'm going to tell you something. It wasn't the 3 days. I know you want me to talk about 3 days. I'm talking about the first 2 hours. Once I got into that pen, and you were saying, okay, we're going to teach you how to do this and whatever, and you're telling us the steps, and we get in there, and I started having, like I said, the fun. Life for me before that day was not fun, and it was fun. And as I was communicating with that horse, I was happy because I felt like there was someone that, got me. Like, I'm not talking to this horse. I'm not screaming at it. And it's like, look, if you stop treating me, if you don't treat me, I'll come to you. And it was a beautiful thing. And I was so, at first when I was going in, I was so afraid about the coming behind me and this animal coming behind me. But when I saw him do it after I'd spent 2 minutes doing this and everything else, it showed me that I could change my perception on what has been done to me.
And you could trust him.
Yes.
You knew you could trust him.
Yes.
Yeah. And you know what impressed me most, I think, about you, was your response in the second day when I said we got some new ones coming in, huh?
Yeah.
And there's some old guys, but they're new to us.
And you told her they were coming, and you're going to teach them how to do it. And it was quickly, and we were all looking like, okay. And when I got in with Ed, who was so severely going through PTSD that he could barely, he was shaking.
Yeah.
And to see, for me to be able to teach him, and for me teaching him how to join up so quickly, let me know that if this program gets going like I hope it does, we can also teach each other how to heal.
Exactly. It was better for you than it was for Ed.
Because I'm teaching him something that I just learned.
Yeah.
And not only that, and see what I'm doing, Maya, I love you. What I'm doing is I was a leader. My whole life, I was a leader. And I felt that like through the trauma and everything, I've lost it.
They pushed you right down.
And teaching Ed and having him listen to me and to face it, to me, I mean, no pun on him, but he was the worst of all of us.
Yeah.
And to see me be able to teach him and have it work for him and have him so happy that he kisses the horses. I get pictures of him kissing the horse.
Well, I just learned through the next PTSD clinic that I did that Alicia Watkins has been accepted to Harvard.
Yes.
And can you imagine what that makes me feel like?
Yeah.
That one of my kids coming back from our wars, all messed up,
You make me cry.
has been accepted to Harvard.
Yes.
And she's going to major in psychology.
Yeah.
She's talking about going back there and showing them that the VA ought to recognize this kind of work that we're doing here, for the VA to accept it as legitimate therapy.
Right, yes. My only legitimate therapy.
My girl,
Yeah.
Alicia Watkins.
Yeah. Yes, I
Oh,
love
I'm
you.
so proud of you. We need to reach out to cause the government to realize that there are alternative measures such as the use of horses, which can be very effective in helping our PTSI, post-traumatic stress injury. These clinics are working. Stay tuned. Watch us. Become involved. We're making a difference.